Please pay careful attention to the following video, as it explains many important items for today's trip. At the end of the presentation, please feel free to ask your presenter any questions.
No doubt about it, zipline activities are a blast. But it's important to realize that to fully enjoy the zipline, you need skills and knowledge.
Ziplining is not a routine and predictable activity. It is an active participation sport with inherent risk. The joy of ziplining begins with an attitude focused on avoiding problems. It is important to listen to any instructions given by your guides.
The first step of preparation starts when you dress for the zipline. Cold weather and hypothermia are obvious threats on nasty days, but good weather days can be deceptive.
Know the weather forecast and dress accordingly. With chilly weather, you'll want warmer protection, like a jacket, hat, and gloves. In rainy weather, you'll want a rain jacket or poncho. Warmer temperatures call for quick drying fabrics, but not necessarily cotton.
To participate in the Zipline Canopy Tour today, you must weigh between 40 and 250 pounds and be physically able to climb ladders and flights of stairs, stretch out, ball up, lift your feet, and run up ramps, grab ropes, and traverse bridges. The weight and physical requirements are in place for your safety. The Harpers Ferry Canopy Tour is a gravity-based zipline tour.
Before putting on your gear today, we ask that everyone uses the restroom. You will be in the air for 2 to 3 hours.
We do not suggest bringing anything with you on the tour today that you would not want to drop from 50 feet in the air. Anything that you bring is at your own risk.
Also, closed-toed footwear that will stay on your feet to protect you is a must. Proper equipment is essential for ziplining. On your trip today, you'll wear a full-body harness. Your harness should fit you tightly. Pull on your harness. Then, test the fit by checking that the waist belt, leg loops, and shoulder harness are tightened. If those shoulder straps go above your ears, then it is too loose or improperly sized. Tighten the straps to the appropriate fit. Your guides will assist with harnessing you.
Remember, a harness that can come off is no help. So keep your harness on and securely fastened at all times.
Helmets are required to be worn at all times. When wearing a helmet, make sure it's securely fastened, is snug, and protects your forehead. That's the personality part of your brain.
It is important to listen to any instructions given to you by your guides. While on your trip, please do not touch any of the equipment or hardware.
On the course, you will see carabiners, rope, and other gear attached to your harness. The guides are trained to use the equipment, so please do not touch the hardware. Let your guides handle it.
When ziplining, proper hand position is important. Hold your tethers loosely just out from your harness. However, pay attention not to wrap the tethers or lanyards around your fingers, hands, or any other part of your body.
On each tower, the guides will go through a series of commands before allowing you to zip. Once both guides are sure that the line is clear, the sending guide on the tower with you will hook both of your trolleys to the zip line. The receiving guide on the tower you are heading to will say,
"Sammy, line is clear."
Jesse, we're ready.
"Sammy, check your 1 and 2.
Or if zipping in tandem,
"Sammy, line is clear."
Jesse, ready with the tandem.
"Sammy, check your 1 through 4.
Your sending guide will touch both trolleys to give a physical functions test and say,
Jesse, 1 and 2 are checked.
or if zipping in tandem,
Jesse, 1 through 4 are checked.
All right, Sammy, check both tethers and zip."
Jesse, we're zipping.
do not step from the platform until the guides have gone through this series of commands.
On shorter zips, the guides may simply communicate verbally back and forth. On the longer zips, radio usage will be required, but the same commands will be used.
At this point, you will weight your harness and gently step off the platform. As you approach, listen for the commands from the receiving guide to ball up, flying squirrel, or grab the rope.
Regardless, start running as you approach the ramp. It is important that your feet are moving forward as you approach the ramp. Do not try to stop yourself on the ramp. Merely run like Tinkerbell all the way up the ramp to your guide.
Many factors affect your speed on the zipline, including your weight, aerodynamics, wind, and the way you leave the platform. Because the zipline system on Harpers Ferry Canopy Tour is a gravity braking system, all of these factors will affect your speed on the zipline.
The ziplines are designed to accommodate weights ranging from 40 pounds to 250 pounds, so each person's ride will be different depending on these factors. For lighter guests up to approximately 125 pounds, tandem zips may be made on some or all of the ziplines. When tandem ziplining, the smaller guest will go in the front. Their trolleys will be hooked up first. The larger person will then be hooked up with interchanged trolleys. Both guests must start running as you approach the platform.
Now, there are some things that you can do to help. If you're coming in too slowly, your guide may ask you to ball up. Balling up makes you more aerodynamic and helps you make it all the way across the line. We ask that you ball up as fully as possible, knees to chest. Whether or not your guide calls you to ball up, you must be ready to run up the ramp as you approach the tower.
On some zip lines, if you are approaching too quickly, your guide will do what is called a flying squirrel. This will slow you down and make the landing easier for you and your receiving guide. You should only do the flying squirrel when your guide gives you the signal. Whether or not your guide calls for the flying squirrel, you must be ready to run up the ramp as you approach the tower.
Remember, you must be clipped in at all times today while on the tour. Your guides will always add before they subtract or clip you into the next part of your tour before disconnecting you from your current attachment point.
With that being said, during your trip, you will encounter both bridges and ladders. Please, do not purposely shake or bounce the bridges as you cross them. They will move plenty as it is. Also, do not attempt to run across the bridges.
On ladders, you will be clipped into an auto-locking fall rest system, or ALF. The rope will travel with you up the ladder and will lock up should your feet slip off the rungs. To unlock the ALF, regain your footing and continue climbing. You will then be able to climb in both directions.
On some zip lines, there is a brake and catch system that the guides will utilize. As you approach the catch, a gate will lock down onto your trolleys and the guide will pull you in. There is a rope on the catch as a backup, should your trolleys slip out of the catch. Simply grab the rope as you approach the block and hold on until the guide gets you all the way onto the platform.
Even in the best of circumstances, sometimes people may end up coming in short. If you are coming in short to the platform, the guide may throw out a rope to pull you in. Try your best to catch it and simply hold on. The guide will pull you in. Should you experience any unmanageable discomfort in this process, just let go of the rope. The guide will come out onto the line and recover you. This is a longer process, so hold on if you can.
In the event that you come up short to the platform and your guide is unable to pull you in, you may roll back out onto the line. This is no cause for alarm. Just relax in your harness and wait for the receiving guide to come get you. Normally they will come out to get you, attach a rope to your harness, pull themselves back to the platform, and then pull you the rest of the way in. This process may take up to 5 minutes or more. There are other recovery methods used on occasion. Just listen to your guide's instructions.
Your guides will carry first aid kits and throw ropes. This equipment should only be used by those trained to do so. This and any gear should be tied in securely. Be especially aware of the ropes. Avoid dangling sections of ropes that could be wrapped around an arm or a leg. Never tie yourself into a rope unless instructed to by your guide.
To conclude your tour, you will be rappelling out of the final tower. When being lowered to the ground, keep your legs out, feet on the tower, and walk down as you descend. To help prevent injuries, do not spin, bounce, or launch yourself away from the tower. Ziplining can be an awesome experience if everyone stays alert and aware.
Let's review some essential points. Good ziplining includes staying alert, fitting the harness properly, wearing closed-toed shoes, wearing your helmet at all times, not touching any of the hardware during the tour, listening to your guides, following commands to ball up or flying squirrel immediately, running as you approach the ramp in order to get up them, remaining calm in the event of a recovery, listening for the all clear command from the receiving guide to be sure the line is clear of hazards and other zipliners, and recognizing and avoiding hazards.
You must realize that there is risk involved in going on a ziplining trip. By going on the trip, you assume that risk.
With proper precautions, you can have a great day ziplining. So be alert and have fun out there, guys.
This video was designed to give you an overview of what to expect on your trip today. Splash top rentals, ponchos, knit hats, and gloves are available inside if desired. Also, please tell the presenter and/or your guide in private of any medical or emotional conditions which are relevant to the activity you are participating in. This includes things like any allergies, EpiPens, inhalers, pregnancy, extreme fear of heights, or previous injuries. If you do not feel like you meet the requirements of your tour or you have any questions, please notify your guides. Before departing on your trip, please listen to any additional information provided by your presenter. Remember, our guides work for tips. Let them know if you think they did a good job today. Thank you, and have a great day.